ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وأعوذ بالله من الرياء. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وأجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. So I want to share something this morning from, I mentioned this on other occasions. There's a book, Ayyuhal Walad, Imam Ghazalay, in which one of his students came to him, and the student had become a sheikh in his own right, and he asked him for some advice, some short advice on some things, because he had studied many years and many things. So he said, I want something that I could take with me would be a benefit. In this book, Imam Ghazalay, he shared hadith, he shared stories of other scholars, he shared Quran, ayat. These all were a short piece of advice that he said he thought would be beneficial to the student. And this advice this morning is one short hadith and two of small things. And it's rated that Shubli said he had 400 checks, 400 orthodox, 400 professors. And he studied with these 400 professors. And he said, I studied 4,000 hadiths. And he said, from these 4,000 hadiths, he said, I took one hadith. I selected one hadith to take it and to act upon it. And he said the rest he gave up. He said, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, عمل لدنياك بقدر مقامك فيها وعمل لآخراتك بقدر لقائك فيه وعمل لله بقدر حاجاتك إليه وعمل النار بقدر صبرك عليها. SubhanAllah. He said the hadith that he selected, he said, work for this world, this celestial world, this dunya, in proportion for how long we will be in it. He said, work for your akhirah, for the being in the akhirah forever. Because the akhirah is forever. He said, in proportion for being there forever. He said, work for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? In proportion for how much you will need Allah. And he said, work for the fire in proportion for how long you will be able to endure the fire. Four things. How long will we be in this dunya? How long will we be in the akhirah? How much do we need Allah? And how will you be able to endure the fire? And then he said to him, he said, إذا علمت هذا حديث لهجاك علم كثير. Meaning he said that if you have knowledge of this hadith, you won't need much other learning. So and when he said if you have knowledge of this, meaning that if you act upon this hadith, all the elements of this hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said you won't have need for much other. And then he said, I want you to meditate on something else. After this hadith, he said, there was Sheikh that he quoted to him, the Sufi Hatim al-Hassan. And he said that Hatim had a sheikh that he had studied with, I guess he was. So this sheikh asked him, he said, "You've kept company with me for 30 years. See, we have to look at our scholars and our people. They took knowledge so serious that they pursued it their whole life. So he said to him, he said, "You kept company with me for 30 years. He said, "What have you taken in this time?" And he said, "I've taken 8 useful lessons." And I won't try to give you 8. But as I remember 8, I want to give you the first one and the last one. And he said, "I observed mankind and saw everyone had an object of love and infatuation. Mahbuba wa mashuraka. Something that they loved, and an infatuation or adornment, meaning that when you look at something, it's so beautiful, people become overwhelmed, or it becomes like a part of them. Oh, this woman is so beautiful, or this car is so much, or something is so important, infatuated. You become overcome by it." And he said, "Some things stay with you up until your illness before death." He said, "And some things, they follow you to the grave site. But when they put you in the grave, all those things will go back and you're left alone." And he said, "I thought, what do I need? What can go into the grave with me that will keep me company?" And he said the thing that he thought was that he would do good deeds. And he said that these good deeds were the things that he began to love and become infatuated with. That was number 1. And he said the 8th thing was, he said, "I saw everyone relying on something created, such as the dinar, the dirham, property, all those things, all those created things." He said, "I saw people relying on those things." And he said, so I meditated on this and thought about those things that people were relying on. And he said that he thought about, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ اللَّهِ فَهُوَ الْحَسِيبُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِلَاغُهُ عَمْرِي قَدْ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. He said, and I thought about this ayah. He said, whoever relies on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is sufficient. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sufficient. And Allah brings His command to pass. Allah has made a portion for everything. So he said that he would decide that he would rely on Allah, that he will rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who created all things. So let us rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sufficient. Let us know that Allah will bring all affairs to account. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make things easy for our ummah. Let us remember our ummah was suffering, the shuhada, the murdered, the oppressed, that are being humiliated and suffer around this world, and know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring everything to account. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والصلاة والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.